my channel. My name is Belle, and this is the Belle Perspective. And today we're going to be reviewing and recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville, the reunion part 2. But before we get started to that, I want to shout out some new subscribers. Yes, y'all. We got some new subscribers, and I definitely want to shout them out. So, Miss Sharon, Ravine S, Xavier Myers, Deborah McDougal, I think that's probably pronounced your name. Definitely want to shout out the Soul Firm Entertainment Group. I actually did a recap and review with them, and oh my gosh, I had such a good time. So go over to their channel and check it out when you get an opportunity. Such a good time. But I want to just shout out to my new subscribers. Welcome. And I hope you guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think. So if you want to be a part of this growing channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay? Don't be afraid. Hit the subscribe button. Okay? We family over here. Get down in the comments and talk to me. Talk to me nice. Okay? Talk to me and let me know what you think about the content, my perspective, what you think about the show. Let me know. Okay? And the last announcement before we get into the review is Black Lituations. Y'all know about it. It's the book club, all about literature, Black literature, preferred. However, we're going to open it up to authors of all different cultures, but the preference here is Black authors, Black prose, that kind of thing. Black Lituations, the information will be down in the description box. It is a virtual book club located centralized in DC. We meet virtually. This month we're getting together January 26th and we're discussing Kindred by Octavia Butler. Such a good book. I'm having a hard time putting it down. I almost read the whole thing in a day. I only have a few more pages left. Such a good book. January 26th, we're meeting virtually. We're going to be discussing this book. And if you've watched the series and my reviews, we'll talk about that as well. Anyway, Black Lituations, hit it up, completely free to join. The only thing you have to do is buy the book. And again, we're this month, January 26th, we're going to be discussing Kindred by Octavia Butler. So that is the last announcement that I have before we get into the recap and review. Let's get into it. Shall we? We shall. Okay, so boom. Here's the thing. I'm going to try not to completely recap the show. I really just want to get into a couple things to talk about, and I'm over here scrambling to pull up my notes, y'all. My bad. Okay. Tisha. Let me be honest with you. This is how I feel. Tisha tells us at the end of part 1 that she found a picture of a woman in Marceau's phone. She's telling Carlos and the rest of the stage, or trying to convince us, shall I say, that she's never gone to Kiki with any concerns of Marceau cheating. Don't nobody on that stage and don't nobody watching the show believe that she's never gone to Kiki with any concern of Marceau and infidelity. I do not believe that she has not done that. And here's my problem. Here's the thing that I have about Tisha. I love Tisha, okay? I love Tisha, but I'm annoyed with her. It's kind of like that little sister relationship. Like, you love her, but she worked your damn nerves. Like, that's how I feel about Tisha. Like, I really like her. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I think that there's so much more about her that can really present itself, but I think because of the insecurities that she has from where she comes from, her being a darker skinned woman, especially being a darker skinned woman in the South, her speech impediment, growing up the way she did, from the other side of the tracks, like, there's a lot of things that she's dealing with as far as insecurities are concerned. And while that should not be on the table for people to be picking at or to use to exploit, people will do that, okay? People will do that. And I think that's the reason why Marceau married her in the first place. It's kind of like finding a $400 Gucci bag. Like, that's not Like, that's almost like if you found a $400 Gucci bag, grab it, okay? And not to say that Tisha is discounted. What I'm saying is that Tisha doesn't realize that she's that Gucci bag, okay? And maybe I should use Birkin, okay? That's like finding a $100 Birkin bag, okay? I feel like Marcel felt like he found $100 Birkin bag, and I feel like she doesn't realize that she's the Birkin and that she's valuable above measure, and so she's holding on to this relationship because of the insecurities, because of all the things that she's battling with, and I feel like Marcel is exploiting it. Anyway, so that's how I look at Tisha, and that's why I don't go too hard on her, because in parts of me, I identify with Tisha, not necessarily not knowing that I'm a Birkin, but definitely being a darker skinned girl, not necessarily coming from the right family, like, those kinds of things that can maybe make you feel a little bit more insecure, maybe not necessarily being as eloquently, not having such an eloquent speech as other people and things like that. So I identify with Tisha, and I sympathize and have compassion. But here's where I'm looking at her like, girl, you got to be a goddamn fool, okay? So she goes in, going into the episode, Tisha found an ass shot, okay, of a woman in Marceau's phone. He liked it and replied saying, a middays surprise. I'm not even. Marcel was completely quiet. He had nothing to say. He literally was just trying to sit back to see how much information they knew. Okay, I'm like, why is Tisha and Kiki going back and forth about what they found in his phone? Marceau need to be talking about what was found in his phone. Marceau needs to be explaining and providing an explanation to the American people as to why he got this foolishness in his phone. But no, it's Kiki and Tisha. Mind you, I'm sitting back and I'm looking at Mel with a little smirk on her face, looking back at the foolishness that she done caused. And yes, I'm bringing Mel into this because Mel, you went back and told Kiki, striked up some strife between Kiki and Tisha so that you could bring her on, so that you can have her pull out all the foolishness so that Tisha can start looking crazy. Now, mind you, you already know Tisha a mess. You know the mess that Marceau and Tisha got going on. But it wasn't her job. It was not her job to bring Kiki on and be messy like that. What I don't understand is how you can understand that you don't want to be friends with Destiny because she has a relationship with Martell as friends, but you don't understand how Tisha's looking sideways at you for bringing her cousin to your Christmas party and quote unquote calling each other friends. Anyway, back to Marceau and Tisha. Tisha, I don't even know if I have any words for you. Here's what I'm gonna just say. Just say you gonna stick with your husband. Just say I'm gonna stick beside him because, baby, you got proof. That is proof right there. And the fact that that's the only picture, and you talking about you doing research and all this other foolishness, baby, ain't no research to be had. Ain't no research to be done. You said you wanted a sign, boo. That was up. I used to be that when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, and I was dating this guy, and baby, when I tell you, he would try to cover up all his tracks, and I found things. You gonna find stuff, but I made excuses for it. And that's exactly what Tisha is doing right now. She is making excuses for Marceau because she's not ready to let it go. She's not ready to give up the lifestyle that she currently has because I promise you, I don't think Tisha thinks she can get any better. She don't know she's a Birkin. And there's nothing anybody can do to make her know and understand that she's a Birkin until she figures that out for herself. My biggest issue with that whole scenario was, why was Marceau quiet? He knew the situation. He knew what was going on in his phone. Why he quiet? Why he not speaking up about it? If it was nothing going on, and mind you, Marceau speaks smoothly and calmly in any other time. He's cool, calm, and collected in any other scenario. He's always got something insightful to say. Marfucius, that's what I should start calling him, because he's sweeping down. He's some kin to Confucius, okay? He ain't had nothing to say, and he was stuttering when they was asking him, when they were talking about that scenario. I was just like, girl, you talking about you want to sign, sweetheart? That was it. So Carlos asked Miss Wanda, how do you feel about this now that you're finding out about the text message and a woman being in his phone? She was like, did you know about it? And Miss Wanda said, nope, Tisha didn't tell me that, and I know she don't tell me everything. And she basically was like, I feel like I'm looking at Marceau in a different light. Marceau says under his breath, well, loud enough for other people to hear just because of a picture. Yes, Marceau, because had that been Tisha with a man in her phone, you already said to Tisha in the beginning of this season that if she find out he cheated on her or she cheats on him, he out. Or anything inappropriate. He didn't even want her to go to lunch with Martell, because he knew Martell isn't a faithful guy and has no problems and has no boundaries. He didn't even want her to go to lunch. So you mean to tell me she can't go to lunch, but you can have ass shots in your phone? Throw Marceau away. Tisha, I really need you to understand how beautiful and how much of a great woman you are, and Marceau is not it. I really need you to get that. But I don't think she will until she actually gets tired, until she gets into her own. So Miss Wanda says, I'm looking at Marceau differently. I don't see Marceau the same. And again, Marceau's like, basically, just because of ass shots? Yes, Marceau, because of ass shots. That is completely inappropriate. And that is a number one sign of a nigga cheating on you. Okay? And you know it. We all on this stage know it. So as Tisha's over here speaking her speech and trying to, gaslight us and tell us that she doesn't count ass shots as cheating, baby, it is. It is. It's cheating. So when Miss Wanda says that, she was like, yes, having a picture of a woman in your phone with her ass out, yes, that's cheating. Yes, lusting over somebody is cheating. Maurice in the background says, oh, lusting is cheating? Well, I guess I'm guilty of that too. Kimmy look at him like, nigga, what? Kimmy know what type of dog ass nigga she got. Kimmy know what she got. Kimmy knows what she got. But here's the thing. All these women are trying to... So once Mel aired out Martell, Tisha and Kimmy are working overtime to try to cover up their happy home. They don't want to. They not ready. They not finna. They not planning on airing out no dirty laundry. Okay? They're not planning on doing any of the things. And Mel wasn't either. She wasn't planning on leaving either. She just wanted to air out the dirty laundry because she had gotten so sick of it. And I feel like Carlos also exploited a little bit of that and gave her the idea that she should move forward. Christmas party. We talking about Christmas. Why did Mel invite Kiki to the Christmas party? We all know what it was. I personally feel like Mel invited Kiki to the Christmas party. Mel told Kiki what was going on. Quote unquote, that Tisha and Marceau jokingly revealed to Mel and Martell that she had an addiction issue to cause a rift between Tisha and Kiki, because their relationship is already, thin, right? They already have a complicated relationship. So I feel like she did that in order to get Kiki on the show, to turn Kiki around and allow Kiki to be able to air out dirty laundry without Mel having to do it, because Mel wants to keep her hands, to be the one to do her dirty work for her. So Marceau asked about the whole situation with the drug addiction. She's like, Kiki, so or Mel, so how did you hear about, what was told to you, right? Kiki said, yes, y'all, I was told that you came to Martell and Mel and told them I had an addiction, in jest, jokingly. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here, and I know this was a whole debate on Twitter, and I've been fighting with the girlies since this morning. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but personally, I would want to know if someone came into my home. If I invited someone into my home, okay? We're not at the club, we're not at the restaurant, we're not down to the bar, we're not down to the, parade, we're not at the store, we're not at the mall, we're in my home, my sanctuary, my place of peace. I would want to know if I'm allowing someone into my house that's battling drug addiction. For one reason, because I want to make sure that I've put up all of the vices. I want to make sure that I don't have any alcohol available so that person is not compromised. I want to make sure that I don't have anything in my medicine cabinet so that person isn't compromised. I also want to know how to prepare the energy in my home because I'm a big energy person. I want to know what kind of energy is coming up in my house. That is who I am. So I personally feel like they did the right thing. I personally do not feel like they said what they said to them in jest. I don't think that. I don't think that at all. And even if they did say it in jest, maybe it was to kind of lighten the load. I don't know, but I personally don't think that they said it in jest. I don't. And Kiki doesn't believe it either, right? She openly admits that she doesn't think that Marceau and Tisha revealed that information in jest. So if that's the case, then why are you even on the show? Why do you even have the issue with Tisha? Why are you even going back and forth with her? Now, people on Twitter arguing back and forth saying that they should have never shared Kiki's business personally. Should have never shared her business. I'm going to have to disagree. I completely disagree. Somebody is coming into my home, and I don't think people understand how addiction works. It's not somebody was talking about your character. You know, if their character was good, sweetheart, when somebody is on drugs, they are not themselves. Their character is out the window. It is completely off limits. It's off. Their character is off. Who they really are is not them anymore when they're addicted to drugs. Okay, so character and what they've done in the past and how honest they were before, they're a totally different person. They're addicted to drugs. The person that's by opening the doors to their home, and that's how I feel, and I'm gonna stand on that. I stand on that. I personally would want somebody to tell me. Please tell me if your friend is battling drugs. Number one, because I need to prep my house to make sure it's right. I don't need nobody slipping down and falling down a rabbit hole with me. Second of all, I want to be able to keep a watchful eye. Okay, like there's a lot of things going on, and that's even if somebody don't have a drug addiction. I need to know who's coming up in my house. I want to know. You can't just invite people over and I don't know who they are, what they do. I need to know what's going on. I need to know. Now, again, if we out in public, we down to the bar, we down to the club, we down to the mall, we down to the restaurant. Fine, I don't need to know. It ain't none of my business. But when she come into my house, she cross my threshold. Oh no, baby, I need to know what's going on. I feel like Mel used that to pit Kiki and Tisha against each other so that Kiki would do her dirty work. Because Kiki was so desperate to get on the goddamn show. Because remember, season 2, Kiki was trying to defend Tisha, right? And season 2 was what, a year ago? 2 years ago? Kiki was trying to defend Tisha, and now all of a sudden you got beef for her. No, baby, you trying to be on this show by any means necessary. That's what this is, and I'm not about to play with you. So then Mel said, "Ha ha ha!" Mel said under her breath, "You mean you didn't joke about it? You joked about it the whole first season. What first season? You talking about the first season of this show? Cause I sure ain't see it. The whole first season of this show was about Martell cheating on you. That's what I saw. I didn't see nothing about no Kiki. Didn't nobody even know." Kiki ain't show up to second season getting all up in Kimmy face defending Kiki. Or defending Kimmy. Or defending Tisha. So I'm not understanding what y'all are talking about. I don't understand. So Maurice chimes in and he's talking about how Marceau has showed up for Kiki on many a night, coming through for her, and I see Kiki, kind of relaxing a little bit, remembering that, like, yeah, Marceau really did come through for me. Again, if Marceau has not shown you that he was against you or anything like that, then why are we even doing this, Kiki? You just want to be on the show, and I'm just. They talk about Mel and Wanda confronting each other. Mel, I'm not about to go through this again. Mel purposely approached Wanda, and I'm with Marceau because Marceau at the end was asking the questions. Now Mel, of course, dodged it like she pretty much does, but I appreciated Marceau for asking the questions. Mel, why would you even approach a woman who basically threatened, like you quote unquote said, threatened you? I wouldn't approach a woman like that. I wouldn't even walk up on them. You're absolutely right. He then asked, so why'd you go on live? You're absolutely right. Like, if you really were trying, if you really felt this way, if you really felt like, there was an issue and it's disrespectful and all this other foolishness, then what you should have been doing is going to Carlos. That's what you should have been doing. Because I would have never approached somebody after you said, what was his name, Bernard, threatened you with choppers. Girl, why would you approach him? Why would you approach him? Why would you roll up on him? And you didn't just, I was just talking to him like, oh, is that Bernard? Oh, yeah, I did recognize you. No, ma'am, you came in there with all of the smoke. We saw it on camera. Mel, girl, go on. So then Wanda brings up, or I'm sorry, Carlos asked Wanda, so Wanda, why did you, do you feel like you were talking about the children? Where did you get this from? And Wanda was like, listen, she was talking about baby daddies, and so we're in the spirit of baby daddies. Find out where your baby daddy is, right? And the rumors about Mel sleeping with an attorney, because I do remember Martell. I remember he put his at in IG. It was an attorney. I clicked on the at and went to the man's page and was like, ooh, child. Okay, he atting people and everything. So there was a man that Martell was going around saying that Melody was sleeping with and could have possibly potentially have been the father of one of the kids, right? And so I also remember seeing on YouTube when Martell was on Dr. Heavenly's YouTube talking to her about the two Heaven babies, right? One of the Heaven's babies, he questioned the paternity of those children, of those children, which again would insinuate that he continues to question the paternity of the youngest one, Sugar Mama. Martell, you are the one that put it out there, and now he lying, saying he never questioned paternity. You absolutely did. I saw it. Anyway, so Tisha tries to ask Mel a question. Mel shuts her down. I'm not about to sit up here and talk to nobody who's defending their mama. What's she supposed to do? Mel, she literally said both of y'all are wrong. She feels like both of y'all are wrong, and I agree with her. Both of y'all are wrong. She's admitted that Wanda is wrong. She also admitted that you wrong. So what you want her to do? Just apologizing to Mel, saying, I'm sorry if you felt like I was talking about your kids and all this other stuff. Mel says she won't accept it because she feels like Wanda doesn't really mean it. Honestly, Wanda may not have meant it, but I do feel like what she was saying was, I'm sorry that you felt like I was talking about your kids, because that's not what I was trying to do. I feel like it was more so, I'm talking about your baby daddy and how you potentially be sleeping around with people, which I don't believe Mel was sleeping around on nobody. I don't think that. Martell was just saying that to get back at Mel and trying to make her seem like she was also trying to take the heat off of himself like he typically does. And again, I'm so annoyed at the fact that Martell is the one that lit this complete match, sat back, and is not saying anything, just letting everybody argue around the bullshit that he done put out. Like, this is how Martell operates. Like, so Marceau pipes up, and he's basically like, Mel, have you ever been held accountable for anything? I can look around on the stage, and I don't think anybody could ever say that you've ever been held accountable for anything. And let me tell you, the one day that I agree with Marceau, why did y'all make me do this? Why did y'all make me agree with Marceau? Have y'all gotten so absurd and so crazy that I am agreeing with Marceau Scott? Dear God, okay? The day that Marceau is calling you to the carpet and asking you the right questions, and I'm agreeing with the questions that he's asking, girl, do better. Girl, do better. Do better. Okay, so Maurice comes in, and I had to say, I'm like, damn, he do be having the Martin Luther King speeches. Now, what he was saying was right. Not to say that Martin Luther King don't be right, but it was a Martin Luther King speech talking about how, the things that Kimmy's experiencing is pretty much trivializing all of this foolishness, all this back and forth that we're experiencing right now. And again, he's right, but it was a Martin Luther King speech. It was Martin Luther King, okay? They introduced Stormy. I really like Stormy. When she first got on the show, I was like, dang, I really like her. Now, during that Galentine's episode, and I can't remember if they introduced her before the Galentine. Actually, they did introduce her before the Galentines. And I liked Stormy then. I knew she was being introduced as Mel's friend, so I knew she was going to have a little bit more loyalty to Mel. She really got on my nerves during the Galentine. She really did. But I really like Stormy. I'm hoping her husband replaced Tiffany and Lewis. Cause girl, we had 2 episodes. We had 2 parts of this reunion, and they weren't even a part of it. And honestly, I don't want to see them at all. They can go. They really can go. I hope more of Stormy, more of Courtney. I feel like they have a really decent marriage, and I would rather see them. Okay, I would rather see them. Destiny comes out as well. They also talk about Stormy and Destiny's relationship. Destiny, I like her as well. They've patched things up since Galentine's. Y'all know they got to an argument at Galentine's. I like Destiny. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like had Mel given Destiny an ultimatum, basically saying it's either me or Martell, you need to pick one. I really truly feel like Destiny would have chosen Mel over Martell, because I've always seen Destiny hold Martell accountable when it comes to Mel. When they were married, and when disclaimer, when Mel was friends with Destiny, I always heard Destiny holding Martell accountable, always checking on Mel, seeing how they were doing. I feel like Destiny was a loyal friend to Mel. I feel like Mel decided that she didn't want to be friends with Destiny anymore because she felt like she was still connected to Martell, and Mel wasn't open and honest about the reasoning for why she didn't want to be friends with Destiny anymore. I also feel like Destiny could be more open. She doesn't communicate well. She is very closed off, and it comes off annoying and boring. I really want to root for Destiny. I really, truly do. But Destiny, girl, you're going to have to figure out a way to be able to tell your business without telling your business. And this ain't it. You really are not. Because if you don't want to be on a reality show, you don't want people to be all in your business and know what's going on. If that's how you want to be, then you need to go. There's a way to be private, but still talk about your things. And you need to figure out the way that you're going to be able to communicate. Those are my thoughts. Again, I just feel like Tisha is living in a bubble in La La Land. Which, girl, that was proof enough. You talking about you need a sign, baby, that was it. Okay? All right, I guess she wants Marceau. She want to walk in on Marceau sleeping with somebody, or a baby coming up, right? With Marceau DNA. That's what she want, cause she's not. And quiet as it's kept, she might not leave then. So what I want Tisha to do is just tell us directly, this my husband. I'm gonna stick beside him. If he cheating on me, that's us, and we'll deal with it. Which she has every right. She has every right. That's her husband. Again, quiet as it's kept, Mel did. She stayed with her husband, had a whole nother baby with him. Okay? Took her some time to figure out what she wanted to do. And when she decided she was going to get tired of him, after she got tired of the public ridicule, she left him. Okay? But it's Tisha's decision. She a little not smart. She a lot of not smart in this scenario. But it's her decision. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Please talk to me nice. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the episode. Let me know what you think about Kiki. Should she have not said anything? Am I wrong? Because I would want to know, y'all. I want to know. Don't have nobody come to my house and they got some shit going on and I don't know about that. I need to know. I would be angry if y'all mean to tell me she had a drug addiction and y'all let her in my house and y'all didn't tell me nothing. I can see myself saying that. Not to say that she can't come, but I'm scared for what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. She just out of rehab. I need to know. Okay, this is my home. If it was a public space, no, none of my business. But this is my home. Two different things. This is a totally different, and my home, oh no, baby, I take that seriously. I do. So anyway, Get down in the comments. Talk to me nice. Let me know what you think about the episode. Let me know what you think about all of my chatting and chatter and things like that. Don't forget to like the video. Like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be a part of the growing channel. Okay? Again, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the episode. And don't forget to sign up for my free book club. Free book club. We are talking about Kindred. January the 26th, I think at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be virtual. We are going to get together virtually. We are located in the DC area, but you do not have to be in the DC area. You can just grab the book from Amazon, your library, wherever you want to get it at. Okay, I think it's like 260 pages. I'm almost done. It's only a couple more pages left. So only like 260 pages. You can get through it. Join us virtually. It's free to join the chat. It's a Google Meet. So all you got to do is sign up through Meetup. It's down in the description box. Black Lituations is the book club name. And chat with me about this book. Oh my God. I've got about 264, 65 members now. So we're really growing. Okay. So I hope to see you there. And that is all. I will talk to y'all later for this part 3. Okay? Who good Lord. Y'all take care.